I think detailing gets way more complicated than it needs to be, because if you're trying to wash your car at home the right way, there's really only 5 rules that matter. So today, no expensive detailing setup, just a basic hose, some affordable products, and the 5 wash rules that actually matter if you're trying to get great results on a budget. Now let's get into it. Welcome back, friends, and if this is the first time you're joining us, my name's Eric. I'm a professional detailer in Charleston, South Carolina, and today we're talking all about detailing on a budget. And most of the videos out there are gonna show, detailers using all the things, including mine, using pressure washers, foam cannons, expensive chemicals, but that's not typical for most of y'all out there. Most of us are not professional detailers, and if we're detailing at home or just enjoy taking care of our car, we wanna know how to do it without necessarily breaking the bank. So for today's wash, I put together a setup that you can get all for around $100. Chemicals, microfiber, everything. And I'm gonna go over the 5 budget wash rules that I think are an absolute must. Rule number 1, method beats products. It is extremely easy to get carried away with detailing products and equipment nowadays. I'm certainly guilty of it, but I grew up in the 80s, and detailing in the 80s and 90s is way different than it is now. For those of you that are older and have detailed then, you understand. I mean, the amount of products and equipment that we have constantly being thrown at us, even for someone like me that's reviewing detailing products for my job, I still can't stay on top of all the different companies. So today I have 4 different products that we're gonna be using for this vehicle, and you certainly could be doing it with less, but I think this kind of covers all the bases. I'm also featuring Suds Lab products, which I really like Suds Lab. I more recently featured a video of them. If you missed it, you can check it out here. So all the chemicals we're using today are around $12.99, which is pretty incredible because they're all in 32-ounce jugs. Now, this is a 64-ounce one, which I think is around $22. I believe the 32-ounce is only about $4 cheaper. So, another great thing about the Suds Lab products, you're getting a lot of products for the money. Now, it does recommend to use about 4 to 6 ounces. So we're gonna go right at 4 ounces. And this is a super thick car shampoo. Look at that, y'all. So I really consider myself lucky, having grown up before all the more recent advances in detailing products. That allowed me to develop really good wash techniques that then are stacking on top of me using even better products. So get your processes and techniques down, then add better products, because if you have bad process and techniques, then you can use the best products in the world and it's not gonna matter. But if you get really good with your wash techniques and then you add some better products on top of it, man, you're gonna get an incredible result. Rule number 2, keep it simple. And I think one of the areas that's most true is when talking about wheels and tires. You could get really carried away in that area, have separate wheel and tire cleaners, an iron remover, a bunch of different wheel and tire brushes. It could get quite extensive. Or you could just use a basic wheel and tire cleaner. And that's what we're gonna be doing today. Now, this also can be used as a tire cleaner. It's quite effective for both. And I think the best part about it is it's dilutable. So you can use it straight out of the bottle if you have particularly bad wheels and tires, or you can dilute it up to a 4-to-1, which is pretty incredible. And that's what we've done today in just a basic Lowe's spray bottle. Now, you could get IK sprayers and press-alls and all kinds of crazy sprayers. I mean, the rabbit hole gets very deep in all of these, but these work just fine. They're not gonna last as long, especially if you have heavier alkaline products in there. But I'll be honest, even my nice press-all bottles that are probably the most expensive spray bottles you can buy, those still go bad too. So, Now, I had someone ask me in the comments of a recent video about maintaining specifically these TRD Pro wheels. And I'm gonna tell you, I haven't yet responded. So if that was you, I haven't yet responded to you because it's quite the long answer. And these wheels, I think, look phenomenal when they're very clean, but they're probably my least favorite wheels to keep clean. So yeah. For those of you that have these TRD wheels, I know you feel my pain. You can let me know in the comments. So for our wheel and tire process, we've got the car shampoo in our wheel and tire bucket. And I'm also going to be using Suds Lab wheel brush. So they do have a separate tire brush and a wheel brush. Typically wheel brushes are a little bit softer than a tire brush, so it can protect the wheels. But I like using those as well for tire the tires as well. I think it gets a nice scrub. And so to keep things simple along the lines of that, we're gonna be using just one brush. And you can get in your wheel wells. The only thing it really can't do well is get in the wheel barrels. But if you wanted to do that, using a microfiber towel, you could get in there and clean those. This is just a basic maintenance wash for me, so I don't always do the wheel barrels. I do typically do the wheel wells just because I have higher arches, but that's something you can choose to do or not do. And really the key is if you're doing your maintenance cleaning, your maintenance washing often, you don't need as aggressive chemicals. The process is gonna be a lot easier. So just something to think about. The more often you do it, the easier it's gonna be, and you're not gonna have to go in as aggressively. Hey, you might not know, but I've now got merch. So if you're interested in checking out any of the Charleston Detail merch that I have, go to charlestondetail.com. There I have hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, including some merch for my new charity, Details for Dogs, where 100% of those proceeds go to saving shelter animals in the Low Country and throughout the Southeast. Rule number 3, buy smart, not expensive. Now to kick off this section, I wanted to start with 2 product brands that you're probably all familiar with, and that's Adams Polishes and Suds Lab. Now both of these brands are carried in a lot of your mainstream box stores like Walmart, Costco, AutoZone, and more. So, it makes it very accessible for a lot of you, and their prices are pretty economical. Now, at first glance, the Adams Polishes products look a little cheaper, slightly. Your car shampoo is about $9 versus 18 for the 32 ounce or even 22 for the 64. All of these others, I'll go ahead and list the prices below. You might think, hey, these Adams products are a little cheaper, but one thing to think about, these are coming in 32 ounce bottles. And also a number of these products, including the zero acid wheel cleaner, that's dilutable. So you're really getting like 4 bottles in one. And that's my really only criticism to ready to use bottles like any of these. These are great products and nothing against Adams. I really like their products, but they will go a little fast. So that's why getting into some larger sizes and some dilutable chemicals will really make your money go further. All right, so we've got our wash bucket filled back up. Tip out there, please do not use the same water for your wheels and tires as you use for your external paint. I'm sure that goes without saying, but just so we're clear on that, you want fresh water. Otherwise, that's definitely gonna be bad for your external paint. I typically will use separate buckets for both my wheels and tires, and then another one for my wash process. A lot of people like to even use 2 or even 3 buckets just for the wash process itself. But I'm trying to keep things very basic today. So we're just gonna show just a basic wash, a basic 1 bucket wash method. But there are lots of different techniques out there. And I know someone's gonna mention it, someone's gonna say this is bad, you're gonna mar your paint, but there's a lot of different levels to washing your vehicle. For a lot of people out there, they're not even washing their cars, which is hard for those of us that are enthusiasts or professional detailers to believe. But yeah, a lot of people don't wash their cars. And a lot of people think, hey, if I'm driving it through the drive-through car wash, at least it's not dirty. They're not worried about swirling and scratch marks and all those things. So if someone's gonna go as far as actually spending the time washing it at home, sometimes just getting soap in a bucket and getting it clean is all they're really concerned on. Now, of course, there's always extra layers. And for those of us that really love to baby our cars and really get into the process, yes, there's all kinds of extra precautions and different processes and techniques that you can do to really maintain a super scratch-free finish. When we were working on the wheels and tires, I used one of Suds Lab's all-purpose microfiber towels. These are a great general purpose, 400 GSM microfiber. They're 16 by 16 size, so really easy to work with. And I'll put the link down in the description. Guys, do yourself a favor and also wear some gloves, protect your hands. If it's on your skin, it's gonna get through your skin. So, a lot of these more caustic chemicals, especially wheel and tire cleaners and stuff, you don't want those all over your skin. So yeah, do yourself a favor, wear some gloves. So first things first, go ahead and start off by rinsing your vehicle. if you're washing your vehicle outside, especially if it's hot, you want to make sure you cool the panels down. But just going ahead and rinsing off, the loose dirt and debris, that's going to help prevent extra marring for when you actually do the contact wash. All right, y'all, now that we've got it rinsed off, let's start washing from the top down. So when you're not foaming the vehicle first, you do really want to make sure the vehicle is very wet. This is going to prevent extra marring. Now, when you're washing the top of your vehicle, having a platform like I have, this is a Werner platform. I got it at Lowe's. Super, super helpful for larger vehicles. Y'all, I am super grateful for an overcast day today. Summer is really here in Charleston in full swing, and it gets quite hot here. So always happy when it's a little bit cooler, and makes it a lot easier during the wash process. I'm a mobile detailer, and for you other mobile detailers out there, I know you feel my pain.
Beginnings on the cusp. Not too old to adjust. Old dog, new tricks. Remember, I was just a pup. Something dirty in my cup. Clean soul, good karma is a must. Still my shooter in the cut. I was stuck inside a rut. Played the game, made bank, moved G. Anything to get a buck. You won't find me in the club. I'm in the lab trying to sharpen up the sword. Swinging blades at these scrubs. Flock like bugs to the light. Getting right. Treat my hoes like these raps. I don't really got a type. Off top bullshit. All I needed was a mic. Yeah. Hey, pass the rock, it's all butter. Pack your bags and take flight. Don't worry, it's all covered. Hey, live your life while you can. Our days are all numbered. Rain could cause thunder, but the sun comes after, clearing up the disaster.
Isn't it lovely? I ain't looking back, I'm focused on what's in front of me. Everybody day's a number, but I'm still here luckily. I know that God got me, so I'm in good company. Yeah.
Rule number 4, spend where it matters. So there are a million different places you can spend your money when you're getting detailing products and gear, but getting things that last, I think, is the most smart way to spend your money initially. Things like great microfiber towels, a great drying towel, a great wash mitt, good accessory microfibers. Like those things you can wash, they're gonna last you if you take care of them. So unlike just getting the newest chemical or the newest niche product, which, hey, I love a good new chemical. I love trying different products, but having tried hundreds of products, I mean, literally hundreds of products, it all, after a while, kind of comes down to personal preference. What scent do you like? What specific process do you need? So it's really easy to spend a lot of money on chemicals that you really don't need. I mean, we could have done most of this wash process, or maybe even all of it, with probably just like a rinseless wash or a quick detailer. Of course, it's not gonna do as deep cleaning as products that are intended for its specific purpose, like a good wheel and tire cleaner. So a lot of places to spend your money, but try to spend it smart. Spend it on things that are gonna last. So let's get this vehicle dried off, and we're using Suds Lab drying towel. One pro tip, dampening your microfiber is gonna help it absorb the liquid better. Also, it's gonna prevent extra marring. So a little tip for you. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are still using your beach towels or just your household towels for drying your vehicle. But if you get a purpose-built drying towel, it's usually higher GSM. It's gonna be high quality microfiber, not just cotton. It's definitely gonna make a big difference when you're trying to dry your vehicle. And last but not least, probably the most important of all, is rule number 5. Have fun and don't take it too seriously. So y'all, I would take a guess to say that most of us started detailing because it was fun. We enjoyed it. And somewhere along the way, those of us that get really into detailing, well, start developing some interesting opinions about things, very strong ones. And I know you've seen them online. I've experienced them. And hey, I even have a few strong opinions of my own. But the reality is, we're washing cars, y'all. We're not saving lives. We're not doing anything too crazy. At the end of the day, it's just washing a car. And so it should be fun. You should have fun doing it. And the chemical you choose or the process you choose, is fairly irrelevant. You know, that's super subjective, and you know, you use what you like. You use what smells good, what you think works well, and other people have different needs. You know, I live in a very warm, sunny climate. Some of you may live in a not so sunny, warm climate, right? And chemicals respond differently. I typically am detailing outside. A lot of you may be detailing inside. You may have nice garages with drains, and you can wash your vehicle in there. So, you know, there's lots of needs, there's lots of different situations, and at the end of the day, y'all, just have fun. Now, if you're a professional detailer like myself, and you know, this is your livelihood, you know, arguably, you can get a little more serious about some things, and you know, having the right niche products really can make a difference. It also mostly just makes you way more efficient, and you know, when time is money, that's important. But for most of us, you know, we're just washing our vehicle at home on the weekends for fun, and sometimes we want to take a longer time because it's, like I said, therapeutic, and we enjoy it. So all things to think about. So I'm using Suds Lab Quick Car Detailer, which is a waterless wash. Waterless washes can be used in a number of different ways. Just like rinseless washes, they can be used as quick detailers, like we're doing. You can use them to clean glass. You can use them to clean interiors. And we'll also use it in a minute to do some touch-ups on our wheels after we apply tire dressing. So super versatile product. I mean, we could have done a lot of the detail, honestly, with just this product. But I think having this in your arsenal, in your home wash process is a super, super important product. It also prevents you from having to get some other chemicals like glass cleaners and stuff like that. So definitely don't want to miss getting a waterless wash or a rinseless wash in your setup. All right, y'all, now it's time to apply some tire dressing. And this is one step that you maybe could skip if you were really trying to skim by, but I think providing some protection to your tires is important. Not only will it make it look better, but it's going to make your tire last longer. The tire dressing that we're going to be using today is Suds Lab Tire and Trim Dressing. This is a great water-based dressing, and tire dressings tend to belong in one of two camps. They're either solvent-based or they're water-based. And solvent-based dressings are your thicker, glossier tire dressings. They tend to not only be glossier and glazed donut look, but they'll attract dirt, can sling if they're not applied properly, and just not my favorite. The tire also has to be super bone dry to apply it and it to adhere. But with water-based dressings, you can move a little more quickly, you can speed things up by not having to wait for them to be bone dry. So that's what we're using today. We're gonna be using a block applicator. I also like bringing a microfiber towel with some rinseless wash on it. In this case, we're using the waterless wash from Suds Lab, and we can use that to clean up the wheels if any tire dressing gets on there. You know, we were talking about this earlier. One thing about these TRD wheels is because they are matte, man, it is really apparent if any tire dressing gets on there. So another reason I always like to have a little bit of a touch-up rag. But of course, if you aren't quite as OCD, then that may not be important to you to get all the little bits of tire dressing off there. You also then can go back around and level the tire if you want to. It's usually what I like to do. That way it gives me a little bit more of a satin plus look. All right, y'all, so that's my at-home budget wash process. Of the 5 rules, which one do you think is the most important? I'll be honest, I lean toward number 5. I think having fun and enjoying the process is the most important. But I wanna know, let me know in the comments which one you think is the most important. And I wanna know what products you would choose. Do you think these were a great choice, or would you use something different? Let me know that in the comments. Now, next, I think you should watch this video and make sure you subscribe.